the way. Man back there and out. So the ploy works. Not that intelligent a shot.
Well, it was well-constructed dismissal by the Pakistani team. They had a deep square leg in place for Sherwin Campbell to be enticed into playing India. Couldn't control his instincts there. Sherwin Campbell hooking, playing it India. Couldn't control it, and nicely taken by Yusuf Johanna. Easily done in the end. Gone for 6, and West Indies lose their first wicket for 16.
Wavell Hines then comes to the crease. Oh, in-swinging Yorker, big appeal, inside edge they're asking for. Umpire Cowie says no.
That was extremely close, firstly of getting pulled, and then vociferous appeal from the slip cordon and the left arm seamer. That hitting the boot, and the batsman being given the benefit of the doubt, but it was extreme.
In the air, fielder coming in, Walker Yunus waits for the catch and takes it. 2 batsmen out hooking. Wasim Akram is setting them up here, and they're falling hook, line and sinker.
Will be very interesting to see the height this bouncer got to. It was much shorter from Wasim Akram. Very short. It was very wide of off stump as well. Certainly not the same line that he had been hooking before. Had absolutely no control. Wakar Yunus certainly had control over it when it got to him though. It's 31 for 2.
Going down the leg side, says Doug Cowie. Wasim Akram doesn't concur. Here's that leg before appeal and the last over. Heading down the leg side, as Doug Cowie said. Moin Khan heading in that direction as well. Sung by Wasim Akram and getting no response from the umpire. He'll feel that.
Movement off the seam again for Wasim Akram. Movement and bounce as well. Look at this ball go. It pitches wide of off stump.
Not out, says umpire Doug Cowie. Beautiful, dropped it. Mohammed Wasim seemed to have had it, and it slipped out.
What an effort, what an amazing effort by second slip. Mohammed Wasim, he had it, and then maybe just the force of landing on his arm, the ball spilled from his grasp. Brilliant start, brilliant delivery. He pushed at it, he had it for a long time, and that's what pushed it out.
Culminated in this, it's built up all the way through the match. First ball that Wasim Akram comes back, edge.
He had it, and in his 4 fingers.
Fine. On the stumps, it was on the cards. Wasim Akram gets Wavell Hines, but I think as much as anything else, Wavell Hines' concentration was affected by the argy-bargy and the talk out there, and look at those faces. Fine innings by Wavell Hines ended.
And Jimmy Adams not too pleased about how the youngster got intimidated by some very aggressive Pakistan bowling. And this man is a genius. Wavell Hines has got an enormous future, looks to be a fabulous player. As the rain comes now, this is going to be an interesting stage because Pakistan may well like to stay on, but I don't think they want to stay on if the outfield gets damp.
In the meantime, Wazam Akram continues. Plays down towards fine leg. They'll come for a couple. Vociferous appeal, as we've seen so often from the Pakistanis. Wazam Akram is giving umpire WOWWW the stare. Now his left arm over the wicket. Let's see what the decision was made for.
Well, it was a very good shout, very close. He's forward, so that is the reason why he would have been given the benefit of the doubt. His back leg out of the popping crease.
Very unusual to find a batsman playing that far forward that his back foot is also out of the crease. There it is. The back foot is well out of the crease. Long stride. Wazam Akram getting the bird from the crowd. Like Wavell Hines yesterday, now Wazam Akram has been through this so many times in his long and great career that one wouldn't think that he would be rattled.
Wasim Akram.
Gone. Leg before, very similar to how he got him in the first innings. Ramnaresh Shawan goes leg before. There was no question about that. And Wazam Akram has made the breakthrough after the West Indies had got off to a rather confident start. Ramnaresh Shawan, leg before.
This looked pretty straightforward decision. No doubt there whatsoever. Plum in front, misreading the in-dipper. So Pakistan earning a breakthrough that they were looking for. Still 55 runs to get. West Indies 161 for 5.
Wordy Jacobs, who's gone through a run drought recently, comes in to replace Ramnaresh Shawan. Very similar to the first innings dismissal. He's a little bit back in the first innings. He's quite a long way.
Oh, boy, they didn't hit the pad first. That's what the appeal was for. Billy Doctorow doing a very good job in his first test match.
Did it hit him outside the line of off stump? Yes, it did. So it doesn't really matter whether it hit the bat or the pad first. What Wazam Akram, of course, would have been saying is full. It's hit the pad first. It's swinging in.
And big shout both ways. LBW all caught at second slip. Billy Doctorow just checks his counter and says, Wazam, you bowled 3 balls in the over.
Well, you always have to have some doubt about an appeal when they're not too sure exactly what they're appealing for. It's the LBW shout first, which obviously isn't out, and then, oh, it's in the air. Catch it. That isn't out either. He was hit on his boot. His boot was wide of the off stump, so that negates the LBW shout. And I don't think the boot is considered a part of the bat. Right off the toe of the boot. Good in-swinging delivery this though from Wazam Akram.
And that is not a big shout. Wasn't going, he's appealing, he's asking. He didn't have as much support from behind the stumps though on that occasion, but he is bowling well and they don't think it's out either.
Well, we'll have a look at this. It swung again. Hitting him on the boot again, but that would have missed the leg stump. It's swinging just a bit too much for what? There are only 4.5 inches between mid stump and the leg stump, the edge of the leg stump, that is. I think that shows exactly why Pakistan think they have a better chance of bowling against Wordy Jacobs than Jimmy Adams.
That's gone towards the boundary. So just the one run. Buys signalled by the umpire.
Now, this crowd not happy with Adams' tactics.
There was a possibility of getting a couple on that occasion. Waqar Younis was just a little slow at long off. And Jimmy Adams not risking anything, not risking flanking Rose to Wasim Akram.
He's going to look for two, but it's not there. The throw from Abdul Razak.
One ball to go.
Big appeal. Akram doesn't like it because it was turned down. Leg byes will be signalled. It's the end of the over. 177 for 6.
As expected, a Yorker. Last ball of the previous over to Franklin Rose. And that was very, very close.
And he certainly has saved the two there.
Big shout. A long way forward. Was it outside the line? It came back. The swing's such a long way. Unless Adams is, I would have thought, behind the crease, it's nearly impossible for Akram to get an LBW to the left-hander.
And you'll see here again how far outside the off-stump Jimmy Adams has got. Heading towards the stumps, no doubt about that.
And a big shout. Umpire Doctor, what's he given? He says not out. Adams stands there. Every Pakistan player has charged to the crease. And Mohan Khan doesn't believe it. The crowd is ecstatic. Jimmy Adams hasn't moved. So, what a moment at the first over, the last ball of the first over after lunch.
Well, no one can believe it. Definitely a sound as that ball goes past Jimmy Adams' bat. Mohan Khan has no doubt. Of course, Wasim Akram had no doubt either. Well, lots of noise. The only thing it could have touched was the bat. Well, in my opinion, there wasn't any doubt that that hit the bat.
And he's let it go, and it's hit off stump. The in-swinger to the right-hander, he's let it go, and it is smashed into off stump, and Akram goes to 398.
Well, all he needed was one delivery. As I said, I don't think Wasim Akram would mind just having two deliveries to Rian King. He wouldn't have minded that single. Just one run, but a wicket. And one ball to go. One batsman to come, Courtney Walsh. And obviously now at this stage, West Indies are in desperate trouble. 197 for 9.
There is still one ball remaining in the Akram over. It will be bowled to the number 11 Walsh. And he at least has to go a long way forward. If he gets the outside edge and gets caught at second slip, so be it. But he can't be stuck on the crease, not playing a shot like Rian King. At least go forward. If it seems away, you get an edge and you get caught, that's a normal dismissal. But that goes down as an abnormal dismissal.
Like the West Indies in the last innings. One to win, Jimmy Adams to face Wasim Akram. Leader of the winners.